Welcome to the channel. Today's episode is part 3 of this Porsche GT3 build, so stay tuned. So we're going to DA this new panel with 320 grit on a DA, and we're going to red pad this brand new bumper. And then we can get this car all taped up and get it in the booth. We've got the GT3 in the booth. It's all sanded, taped up, and ready to go. Let's get suited up, get some sealer mixed up, and start painting this thing. Dang it. I did something wrong. Let's try this again. Now let's mix up some sealer. Alright, so we've got the sealer sprayed on there. Let's go ahead and mix up some base coat while we're waiting on the sealer to flash off. We've got our PPG's EnviroBase waterborne base coat mixed up, and we're going to be applying 2 coats of this onto this Porsche GT3. Now we're going to be using this handheld blower and this fan to help flash it off in between coats, so let's start painting. Alright, so we've got both coats of base coat sprayed on there. We've got it all flashed off with the help of the hand blower and the fan. So now we can start mixing up some clear. We've got this DC 3000 clear coat mixed up. We're going to be applying 2 coats of this stuff on that GT3. So let's make this thing shiny. Alright, I got that last coat of clear sprayed on there. Let's go look that thing over before I clean out my clear gun. Alright, so that thing turned out really slick. Now I did notice a couple of pieces of dust in the clear coat, so we are going to have to buff this thing. But for now, I'm going to get this paint suit off, I'm going to head to the house, we'll let this thing dry overnight, come back in the morning and start putting it back together and getting it ready to buff. So, we'll see you in the morning. Let's get this GT3 untaped and get it out of the booth. Alright, so we've got the GT3 up on the lift. We can start putting this thing back together. Now I don't have all the parts to reassemble the car, but we can go ahead and put on everything that we have and get this thing buffed today. Alright, so we're going to put this headlight in this car. Now the headlight actually locks into place with this little cam lever here to this bracket. And the bracket actually bolts to the car. It's got 10mm lock nuts here and then little hand twisties here for adjusting the height of the headlight in the pocket there. What we're going to do is we're going to set this in the car, clip the headlight into it, and adjust the headlight to where it fits this opening. And this is way easier to do with the radiator assembly out of the car because you can actually access the bottom of it very well. So let's get this headlight in this thing. So once you get the headlight locked into the bracket, you can adjust the height with these little hand twisty knobs here, and you make your gap fit really good around this edge, and you take your 10mm and you tighten it up and it snugs it up and locks it into place. Got this GT3 put together about as far as I can put it together. We've got it off the lift, so now let's get this thing buffed and cleaned up. Alright, so we got this thing all buffed up. It's all cleaned up. And it looks awesome. We're going to get this thing back to the race shop because they've got to put a clear wrap on it. You can see here this car has a clear wrap on it. We're going to have to put new clear wrap on this fender, this hood, the new front bumper, this fender, and it's also peeling on the edge of that door there too. So all those panels will have to be rewrapped with the clear wrap, and all the mechanical stuff that I didn't have to do, the race team's going to do and get this thing ready to get back on the track.
Years ago, before I married my wife, I asked her to bring me a screwdriver. She asked me flathead, Phillip head, or vodka. I knew she was the one at that point.
Alright, so that's going to be about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and clicking on the bell icon. That way you won't miss any future content. And if you have any thoughts or questions about the video, leave it in the comments section down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya!